Hi students, today I am going to teach one of the most important writers of black literature, African literature, that is Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe, who was born 16th November 1930 and died 21st of March 2013. And yes, he died in Boston, which is in United States. As far as Chinua Achebe is concerned, he was born in Ogidi. And where is Ogidi, students? It is in eastern Nigeria. It is in eastern Nigeria. So he was born in a place known as Ogidi in eastern Nigeria on 16th November 1930 to uh, parents known as Izia Achebe and Janet Achebe. Izia की spelling होगी ISAIAH and Janet. Izia Achebe and Janet Achebe. His parents, though they tried to instill in him many of the traditional values of Igbo culture. Igbo culture. His parents tried to pamper him, to instill him with the values of their traditional cultural Igbo, because they were devout evangelical Protestants. Devout evangelical Protestants. So this information is important for the parents also, that what they tried to do and why they did, because they were very strong evangelical Protestants. So यहाँ से हम समझेंगे कि क्यों जो उसका बचपना है, his childhood therefore was marked by the rich ambivalence of a very complex inheritance. But which was complex. He also attended mission schools, but remained emotionally close to many of his relatives who were not Christians. So ये जो शुरुआत की के जो नेगोशिएशंस थे, किन चीज के नेगोशिएशंस? कल्चरल डुअलिटी, दो प्रकार की. So these early negotiations of cultural duality would later enable him to develop a necessary distance from the competing and the conflicting forces that had shaped his sense of self and formed his worldview, through which he is now able to see the totality of life. Now, what happened in 1944 means approximately 14 years. Chinua Achebe enrolled at the prestigious government college in Umuahia. He got enrolled here. 4 साल बाद he entered the London affiliated University College at Ibadan. And this college at Ibadan was affiliated London college from London. And why he entered here? To study medicine. But very few might be knowing that he abandoned medicine in favor of, ये इसको इसने abandon कर दिया, and what he liked in favor of reading, learning, literature, philosophy, and history. Got my point? He abandoned medicine in favor of literature, philosophy, and history. He also became quite involved in a variety of political and cultural activities on campus. He also edited, जहाँ पे था ये एबिडन में, वहाँ पे इसने एडिट किया. He also edited Ibadan's University Herald. Ibadan's University Herald, इस मैगजीन को इसने एडिट किया, to which he also contributed essays and even short fiction, and even wrote occasional commentaries for student publications such as Bug and Eagle. Very important. Bug and Eagle. ये पूछा भी गया है. Apart from all these things, he also wrote occasional commentaries for student publications, and उसका नाम था Bug and Eagle. Now, यहाँ तक आपको बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर से समझ में आ गया होगा about Chinya Achebe's profile. After his graduation in 1953, Achebe joined the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation. After graduation, पहले तो उसने सर्व किया एज टॉक्स प्रोड्यूसर, TALKS producer. First he served as talk producer, then he became, controller, and then finally got assumed the directorship of the corporation's external broadcasting. उसका क्या बन गया? Directorship of the corporation's external broadcasting. Now, we will talk about his first novel, 1958. Remember this date. He published his first novel, and yes, you must have known, or Things Fall Apart. And just for the sake of knowledge, who published it? The publication was by a very popular educational publishing company known as Henneman Educational Books. Henneman की स्पेलिंग है HEI, ऐसे लिखिएगा HEINE. Hine, then MANN, Educational Books. Published it. They actually published it very reluctantly. Reluctantly का मतलब होता है बहुत ज़्यादा वो खुश नहीं थे कि पता नहीं सक्सेस होगी नहीं होगी. Because the editors were unsure if the Western readers would buy a novel by an African and printed only कि कोई अफ्रीकन नॉवेल के लिखे वाले से कोई ब्लैक से कोई खरीदेगा भी, तो बड़ा डरते डरते उन्होंने 2000 कॉपीज को केवल पब्लिश किया. बट टू द ग्रेट सरप्राइज दिस नॉवेल became a stunning success. And you won't believe, since its first publication, it has been translated into almost 50 languages and has sold millions of copies internationally. Though it was not the first novel published in English by an African author, its spectacular worldwide success ने इनॉग्रेट कर दिया एक नया कैनवस, एक नया एरा, एक नया होराइजन in the African literary history, and that is what it helped secure a firm foundation for the emerging African tradition. इसके बाद तो लाइन लग गई अफ्रीकन वर्ल्ड में, एंड इवन चिनुआ अचेबे published 4 other novels, 2 collection of essays, 4 other novels, 2 collection of essays, 1 book of short fiction, a book of short fiction, a volume of poetry, and last but not least, miscellaneous pieces also. And Things Fall Apart remains till now his most widely read work. एक अगर हम बात करें one of Africa's most outspoken intellectuals, Chinua Achebe, has been and continues to be a public figure till his death, deeply involving in the political life of his nation. And if we talk about the Nigerian Civil War, which happened in 1967-1970, 3 years. So during the Nigerian Civil War, precipitated in part by Biafra's attempt to succeed from the Nigerian Federation, Chinua Achebe, who was a staunch supporter of Biafran independence, became the province's most committed and eloquent spokesperson.